When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV20, Lorain City Schools Television.
From the gymnasium at Lorain Catholic High School, a venue for high school basketball since 1969 and the site of classic games and outstanding high school basketball players. Good Friday evening, everyone, and welcome to the final Friday night regular season Colson and Colson cage matchup on AM930 WEOL. But more importantly tonight, this is the final game ever at Lorain Catholic High School as the Spartans of LC entertain the Patriots from Open Door. On this night, Friday night, February 27th, 2004, in a gym where many lasting memories have been created, another memorable night tonight is about to take place as Lorain Catholic hosts a high school basketball game for the final time. Tim Elkhorn, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Gary Pelter. And Gary, over the years, you and I have had the opportunity to broadcast several memorable nights, many historic moments as far as high school basketball in Lorain County is concerned. And tonight certainly ranks up there with them, as earlier this week it was announced that Lorain Catholic High School would close. And now, through the generosity of Alan Januzzi, the head coach at Open Door, the site of tonight's conference championship game between Lorain Catholic and Open Door gets switched to LC so their community can celebrate one more time a high school basketball event in this gymnasium. It's an electric atmosphere in this gym tonight.
It's a great opportunity to have one more game here at Lorain Catholic High School. Like you said, there's been a lot of great ones played here in the past, and there's a lot of emotions going on this week, and there's going to be a lot of emotions going on tonight in this gymnasium. Tim, I remember when they broke ground for Lorain Catholic. I lived right across the street on 33rd and Falbo. I was 6 years old when they started building this high school over here. And of course, I grew up over on Washington Avenue, rent to Admiral King, but there was a lot of people in the neighborhood that went over to this gym, and I saw a lot of ball games over here throughout the years.
Well, you talk about some of the great teams and some of the great players that have performed here in this gymnasium. We'll do it one final time tonight as Lorain Catholic and Open Door do battle. And a conference championship is on the line. The North Shore Athletic Conference. Open Door has clinched at least a share of that conference crown. The Patriots are 5-0 in the league, 11-8 overall. Lorain Catholic trailing by one game. The Spartans at 4-1 in the conference and 11-7 overall. So a lot riding on tonight's basketball game, Gary.
Yes, there is, Tim. There's a lot riding on tonight's game. It's a good ball game, and we're looking forward to it this evening.
Tell you what, it should be an entertaining contest and an historic moment. Brandon Neal for Lorain Catholic comes into tonight's ball game with 989 career points. He is only 11 away from the 1,000-point mark. So how special would it be for Brandon Neal to get his 1,000th career point in the final home game here at Lorain Catholic?
I think that's going to be one of the landmarks that probably will be made here sometime this evening.
The two teams are out on the floor warming up. The junior varsity contest is over. It was all Lorain Catholic in the JV game as they won that one handily, 44-9. The respective head coaches tonight, Alan Januzzi of Open Door and Lorain Catholic's Matt Lawhead, both with deep Lorain Catholic roots. Of course, Alan Januzzi, while coaching at Open Door, spent his entire high school career here at Lorain Catholic High School. He was the captain of the 1981-82 team that went 20-5 on the year under head coach Jim Lawhead. And then in 1997-98, Alan Januzzi succeeded Jim Lawhead as the head basketball coach here at Lorain Catholic for 1 year. So Alan certainly understands the tradition and the history of Lorain Catholic High School.
Hi, this is Tim McGraw. Today and every day is the right time to support the American Red Cross, who gives disaster assistance to people when they need it most. You can help the victims of thousands of disasters across the country each year by making a financial gift to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund, which enables the Red Cross to provide shelter, food, counseling, and other assistance to those in need. Please call 1-800-HELP now. Together, we can save a life.
Remember me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lorain Catholic High School. For the varsity boys basketball game between the Patriots of Open Door Patriots and the Spartans of Lorain. At this time, I'd like everyone to stand and join me in a word of prayer, followed by our national anthem, and then our starting lineup. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, you're a great God. We are so thankful for your love for us. Father, we are thankful for people, places that you put in our path. And Father, we're thankful for this place. We pray your blessing upon it. Be with each young man in this game today. May you keep them safe. We pray for great sportsmanship, great attitudes. Father, may everything that's done in this court this evening honor you. Because it's in your name we do it. Amen. Please join with Lorain Catholic seniors Andrea Shimo and Laura DeLugas for our national anthem.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, was the heavenly streaming, and the rockets red flared, the bells were singing there, gave through the night.
Welcome back to Lorain Catholic. We want to conclude our interview with Matt Lawhead. Jim Lawhead is about to address the
Good evening.
here at Lorain Catholic.
Good evening. May I have your attention, please?
Jim, of course, the longtime basketball coach, current athletic director.
I need your attention just for a few short remarks, please. My name is Jim Lawhead. I'm the assistant principal and athletic director of Lorain Catholic High School, and I used to coach basketball here. Thank you all for coming. First off, I would like to thank the officials of Open Door High School for allowing us this last opportunity.
us this one last opportunity to share this experience in this gym and to compete against each other. Principal Mr. Dunkel, Athletic Director Lori Miller, and Coach Allen, thank you. I think it's kind of neat that the two coaches in this game are both graduates of Lorain Catholic and former Spartan basketball players. And Mrs. Lawhead and I are proud that our son Matt is coaching the final game here at LC as I coached the first. We have surely had enough sadness this past week, so we were here tonight to have fun. We are here tonight to remember the good times. 35 years of Catholic education, sportsmanship and competition, love and friendship. Those memories will be with us forever, and they can't take that away from us. This night is for you, the students of Lorain Catholic, who represent more than 4,000 graduates of Lorain Catholic. It is for you, the cheerleaders, for you, the players and coaches. Most especially, it's for you, the parents of Lorain Catholic High School, who did in fact sacrifice to send your students to Lorain Catholic High School all over these years, and we do deeply appreciate that. You all are the embodiment of what Lorain Catholic represents. Respect, community, service, and excellence. This night is dedicated to all of you and to all of those who came before you. May God bless Lorain Catholic and all of you. Thank you.
Well, it certainly doesn't get any better than that. An emotional Jim Lawhead addressing the sellout crowd here at Lorain Catholic High School, telling them that indeed this game is for the fans and for the community of this fine institution.
And it is a jam-packed gymnasium here tonight. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people here that probably haven't been here for a little while. There's always people that say, yeah, I'm going to get to that game sooner or later. Well, there's no more laters. Tonight's the last chance.
That's exactly right. The State Farm Insurance pregame show has been brought to you by your Lorain County State Farm Insurance agents. For low-cost car insurance, call your State Farm Insurance agent today. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Patriots from Open Door High School. Have already clinched at least a share of the North Shore Conference Championship. They go for it outright tonight. They will start at guard, a 6'1 senior, Mike Asbury. Asbury averaging 15 points per ball game, had 18 in the first matchup against LC. On the wing, 6'1 junior Jared Herron. Herron averaging 12.2 points per contest. LC had held him to 2 the first time around. On the wing, a junior, 5'11" tall, Adam Freeman. Freeman averaging just over a point per ball game, was scoreless in the first matchup against LC. Down in the block, a senior, 6'2", Justin Payne. Payne averaging 9 points and 5 rebounds per ball game. And rounding out the starting five, Andrew Berry, a 6'5 sophomore, averaging 10.5 points, 6 rebounds per ball game. Andrew Berry had 14 in the first matchup against LC. For the Spartans from Lorain Catholic High School in their final home game, they will send to the floor as starters a 5'9 senior Billy Waters. Waters averaging 5.3 per ball game. On the wing, 6' senior Michael Cruz. Cruz averaging 8 points, 4 assists per contest. Also on the wing is a senior, 6'2", Adam Tubbs. Tubbs averaging 9 points per contest. 6'3" senior Brandon Neal has had a remarkable career here at Lorain Catholic High School. He will play on this floor for the final time tonight. Brandon Neal averaging 20 points, 12 rebounds per ball game. And again, he is 11 points shy of the 1,000 career point total. And rounding out the starting five, a 6'5" freshman, Colin Voorhees. Voorhees averaging 4.5 points per ball game. Lorain Catholic comes into tonight having won 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5. They average 57 points per ball game, give up 47 per contest. Open Door has won 3 in a row, all on the road. They score 51 points per contest, give up 48 per ball game. Gary, back to the comments from Jim Lawhead, longtime head coach here at Lorain Catholic, administrator, athletic director. Ironic as it may seem, it appeared as though he was preaching a sermon out there tonight. He had a congregation that gave him their undivided attention, and he delivered a powerful message to this crowd here at Lorain Catholic this evening.
He did, Tim. It was a very, very inspirational message that he brought out there, and very well thought out, and very thankful to all the people here in the Lorain Catholic community.
Well, we're glad you could join us on AM 930 WEOL, and also we're glad you could join us on the internet, as tonight's game and every high school basketball game on WEOL this year can be heard online at LorainCounty.com. You need to go to the sports link. You can hear every game live or go back and listen on demand for all the action all season. Join your neighbors. Log on to LorainCounty.com. 3 officials take the floor. Craig Demian, Barry Buck, and Nate Smith. Open Door is on the floor. This is actually their home game. Open Door did not surrender the home game rights. The gate, the sellout gate, goes to Open Door. The concessions go to Open Door. And they're in their home white uniforms. White letters and numbers with the red, or the white uniforms with the red letters and numbers with the blue trim. Open Door. Again, the home team tonight, except as far as the venue. Lorain Catholic in their visiting red uniform.
Technically, they're the home team, but that's about it.
That's it. Nate Smith will put the ball in the air. Craig Demian blows the whistle. And the final game at Lorain Catholic High School is underway, and the Spartans control the tip, going right to left along your radio dial. Billy Waters in between the circles, deals left side to Cruz, back up top to Waters. Waters on the right-hand dribble, right wing to Brandon Neal. Neal at the three-point arc, right of the circle, to the foul line, puts the brakes on, leans in, forced up a shot and banked it in. Brandon Neal with his first 2 points of the ball game. He's now 9 away from the 1,000-point mark. Lorain Catholic with pressure in the backcourt. Heron has it for the Patriots. Heron, shy of the timeline, throws it down the floor to Justin Payne on the right wing to Freeman. Freeman right in front of the Lorain Catholic bench, out front to Jared Heron. Heron comes to the lane, puts the brakes on, top side to Freeman, gives it to Asbury, down the left side to Payne. Payne in the lane to Heron. Heron at the foul line. Heron back out front to Adam Freeman, shoves the ball across to Asbury. Asbury comes to the foul line, back out front to Freeman. Freeman top side to Jared Heron. 1 minute gone here at Lorain Catholic, 2-0, the Spartans on the board. Top of the circle, Mike Asbury with the basketball for the Open Door Patriots. Asbury matched up against Adam Tubbs. Asbury on the right wing to Jared Heron. Heron working the right sideline, now comes to the top of the circle, reverses right of the key, bounce down low to Payne. Payne back out front to Asbury, left of the circle, tosses it at the foul line to Payne. His shot off the mark. Rebound Brandon Neal for Lorain Catholic. Here come the Spartans, 2-0 LC in the lead. Billy Waters, top of the circle, at the foul line to Tubbs, left wing to Cruz, back out front to Waters, right wing Neal. Neal to the baseline. Brandon Neal surrounded by Patriots. Gives it out front to Voorhees, left wing to Waters, down in the corner to Cruz, pushes up the 3, missed it, rebound batted around, knocked out of bounds, and it went off Mike Asbury of Open Door. Glad you could join us. A memorable Friday night here on AM 930 WEOL. Open Door and Lorain Catholic here at the LC Gym. Voorhees for the Spartans, baseline right, gives it in the corner to Waters, steps inside the arc, shoots and hits. Billy Waters gives Lorain Catholic a 4-0 lead. Again, LC will apply some pressure in the backcourt. Heron Bounces it in to Payne. Payne, double team, looking for some help. Bounces it back to Aaron. Weaves his way into the forecourt. Left wing Asbury. Steps behind the arc. Shoots and hits the three. Mike Asbury puts Open Door on the board. It's a 4-3 contest. Into the forecourt, Billy Waters for Lorain Catholic. Waters on the right-hand dribble at the three-point arc. Flings it left side to Cruz. Bounce at the foul line to Tubbs. Tubbs comes right to the lane, right wing Neal. Brandon Neal steps outside the arc, still on the dribble. Now flips it left side to Waters. In the circle to Tubbs. Fall away shot, no good. Long rebound ends up in the hands of Justin Payne for Open Door. 4-3, Patriots down by 1. 5:15 left in the opening quarter. Payne works down the right side to Adam Freeman. Freeman right in front of Matt Lawhead, throws it out front, ball deflected. Cruz has it for Lorain Catholic, throws it down the floor to Tubbs, who has an open layup and scoops it up and in. Adam Tubbs with his first two, 6-3. Spartans by 3. We're under 5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Jared Herron will throw it in for Open Door, gets it into Payne. Payne in the backcourt will bring it up. Now surrounded, throws it in the middle to Herron. Herron looks down floor, up ahead to Andrew Berry. Berry on the left wing to Payne, top of the key to Herron. Herron comes right down the pipe. The runner off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and Barry Buck says the ball belongs to Lorain Catholic.
Herron finally got his first shot of the ball game off. Saw him a few weeks ago against Firelands, and he finished the ball game with the 3 3-pointers in a row.
6-3 Spartans. On the left wing, Michael Cruz for Lorain Catholic. Top side to Waters. Waters, right corner to Brandon Neal. Cross-court pass in the left corner to Cruz. Cruz at the three-point arc. Bounce out front to Waters. Waters left to the circle to Tubbs. Right wing Neal. Brandon Neal thinking about the three. Now on the dribble. Backs up to the sideline. Flips it back out front to Billy Waters at the foul line to Tubbs. Left wing to Cruz. Cruz on the dribble, comes left to the key. Tries to bounce it in the lane and will get a kicked ball against Open Door. First substitution of the night. Here comes Anthony Weber in the ball game for Lorain Catholic. 6'1 junior. Colin Voorhees will sit down. Voorhees, the 6'5 freshman. Waters will inbound right of his own bucket. Billy bounces it into Tubbs. Turns, got his shot blocked. Out of there with it comes Justin Payne for Open Door. Payne gives it off to Herron. Herron steps into the forecourt. Jared Herron on the left-hand dribble. Now swings in between the circles. Herron looking for help. Had his pass deflected and will get a reach-in foul on Billy Waters. First foul of the ball game. Called on the 5'9 senior for Lorain Catholic. Non-shooting foul. So here on the near side, Adam Freeman will throw it in. Gary Pelter, I cannot imagine for the rest of my high school broadcasting career not having Barb Lawhead right over my left shoulder when I come to a basketball game. Open Door with a turnover. Waters up the head to Neal, who drives and scores. Brandon Neal with 4, 30-second timeout. Open Door. 8-3, Lorain Catholic by 5 on the Colson and Colson cage matchup.
When your child gets sick with the usual illnesses an unusual number of times, it could be an immune deficiency called PI. Get the warning signs.
Gary Pelter, we are thrilled once again to provide the audio for WLCS TV20, Lorain City Schools Television. Talk about a nice gesture. Lorain City Schools picking up the video of this ball game. Joe Bach behind us, running the camera. We'll tell you when that game will be on TV20 and other cable outlets here in Lorain County as the night moves along.
Thrilled and honored to be part of this event.
Off the timeout, Justin Payne drives and scores for Open Door, makes it an 8-5 ball game. 3:10 left in the first quarter. Billy Waters, top of the circle, left wing to Weber. Weber drives and got fouled on his way to the hoop. Well, let's tell when that game will be on as Weber heads to the free throw line. Tonight's game between Lorain Catholic and Open Door will be on WLCS TV20 Lorain City Schools on Monday, March 1st at 3:30 and at 8 p.m. By the way, that foul was on Open Door's Paul Wasmont. Wasmont now in the game, 6'2 senior. Also, GLW Broadband, TV12 in Firelands, Grafton, LaGrange, and Wellington will air the game on Tuesday, March 2nd at 8 p.m. So we're out there, the World Wide Web, LorainCounty.com, WEOL, basically every cable system in Lorain County. Tell you what,
we're all over
you'll
this
make me
week.
famous someday, Pelt. 10-5. Weber hit them both for Lorain Catholic. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. At the half-court line, pass deflected by Tubbs, picked up by Heron, rifles it down the right side to Asbury. Asbury on the right wing, bounce in between the circles to Heron. Heron holding the ball with his right hand, now dribbles to the right wing, bounce in the corner to Berry, got it underneath to Asbury, and Mike traveled with the basketball. Nate Smith with the call.
It was a nice pass and a good idea, but by the time he got it down there were Spartans all over him, and he had nowhere to go with the basket. He was trapped right underneath of it.
10-5, Lorain Catholic, 2:35 left in the opening quarter here at Lorain Catholic High School. Tubbs in the circle for the Spartans, comes right to the key, gives it out front to Waters. Billy to the foul line. The shot bounced off the back of the rim and dropped in. Billy Waters with 4. 12-5. Lorain Catholic has popped it out to a 7-point advantage. On the inbounds, Andrew Berry gives it back to Payne. Up ahead to Wesman. Wesman down the left side to Asbury. Bounce at the base of the center circle to Payne. Payne's pass on the right wing deflected out of bounds. Matt Lawhead still displaying those lightning quick hands that made him a star here at Lorain Catholic High School.
Tell you what, there's two contrasting styles of defense out here tonight. Open Door pretty much sitting back in their zone and forcing Lorain Catholic to do something. On the other side, Lorain Catholic very, very aggressive defensively.
Baseline left, shot forced up by Berry, no good, but he got fouled. Well, Alan Januzzi mentioned during the State Farm Insurance pregame show that he wanted this game to be played at a slower pace. He wanted a 32-minute ball game to get knocked down to about a 20-minute contest. That foul was on Anthony Weber, his first. Andrew Berry at the free throw line. Shooting 2. First one on the way. Off the rim, no good. Berry, a 53% free throw shooter. Open Door as a team pretty good at 73%. Second one on the way. Short. Rebound Asbury, though. Asbury in the lane, lost the basketball. Scramble forward at the foul line. Jump ball as 3 Spartans converged on Asbury. Possession arrow belongs to Open Door. 1:52 to go, first quarter.
There were so many red shirts on top of him, you couldn't even see him at the bottom of the pile.
They don't have football at Open Door, but Asbury knew what it felt like on that play. On the right wing, Payne pulls up, shoots. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Michael Cruz for Lorain Catholic. Here come the Spartans with a 7-point lead. Brandon Neal on the right wing, cross-court pass left side to Weber. Weber inside the three-point arc, back out front, pass deflected. Neal got it back. Neal just inside the timeline. Brandon Neal, top of the key, Cruz, long 3, off the rim and glass, no good. Rebound batted around into the hands of Adam Tubbs, who laid it in. Adam Tubbs with 4. 14-5, LC leading by 9, their biggest lead of the ball game. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Freeman in the backcourt, gives it to Heron. Heron looking for some help. Heron throws it down the floor to Berry, off on the right wing to Asbury, sets for 3, lets it fly and nailed it. Mike Asbury with 2 threes here in the first quarter. Terrific spot-up shooter, 14-8. Neal heads to the other end, bounce on the left wing to Weber. His 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Justin Payne for Open Door. Under 50 seconds to go, first quarter, 14-8. Spartans by 6. Into the forecourt, Jared Heron for Open Door. Swings into the circle, bounce on the right side, nobody there. Skipped it right by Asbury, out of bounds. Billy Waters back into the ball game for Lorain Catholic. Adam Tubbs will sit down.
Looked like Heron thought that Asbury was going to break to the basket that time. Asbury faked inside, came back outside, but the ball went through the key.
See if Matt Lawhead wants one shot right here. Indeed he does. Tells Billy Waters just to hold up in the center circle. So they'll wind this thing all the way down. 25 seconds to go, first quarter. 14-8. Lorain Catholic by 6. LC was up 8-5. Since then, a 6-3 run. Waters at the base of the center circle, clock at 15. Billy changing hands on the dribble. Waters out near the timeline, works left side, gives it off to Weber on the sideline. Clock at 6. Weber threw it, and before he did, he traveled with the basketball as he tried to get away from pressure. So Open Door will get one more crack at it. Exactly 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Freeman throws it into Payne. Payne in the backcourt, lobs it up ahead, and Cruz tipped it out of bounds. 1.4 on the clock.
Well, they'll have time to make one pass in and have an opportunity to get a decent look at a shot.
That'll get Zach Overs in the ball game, 5'10 sophomore. Freeman will inbound over on the far side, quickly into Payne. His three, in and out. That ends the quarter. 14-8, Lorain Catholic by 6 at the end of one on this historic night at Lorain Catholic High School. We'll be right back.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. And I won't back down.
First quarter of the final game here at Lorain Catholic is in the book. LC leading Open Door 14-8 at the end of one. Tim Elkhorn, Gary Pelter with you on AM 930 WEOL. Glad you could join us tonight. Don't forget, after the contest, out to West River Grill on West River Road we will go for Z Zoltai, Josh Fry, and the After the Buzzer program, the final After the Buzzer in 2003-2004, presented by the Hospital for Orthopedic and Specialty Services. Lorain Catholic with the ball as we start the second quarter. A kick called on Open Door. Spartans get it back, leading by 6. On the left wing, Brandon Neal comes down to the baseline, shoots off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Voorhees, right wing to Cruz, back on the left side to Brandon Neal. Brandon drives the baseline, under the hoop, in the right corner to Weber. Weber left side to Waters, quickly out front to Cruz, back on the right wing to Weber. Weber comes right to the key, bounce left side to Waters, Billy to the baseline, Billy to the hoop, got his shot, blocked out of bounds by Andrew Berry. Oh my. At the half, we'll have our Nationwide Insurance halftime show, brought to you by your Lorain County Nationwide Insurance agents. In the right corner, Cruz for 3, a beauty! Michael Cruz, his first three-pointer of the night, first 3 points of the ball game. 17-8. Lorain Catholic matches their biggest lead in the backcourt. Billy Waters will be called for a reach-in foul as he tried to take it away from Jared Herron.
Lorain Catholic attempted 3 3-pointers in the first quarter of play. None of those were successful. The first one right there for Michael Cruz counts for him, though.
2 fouls on Billy Waters. Adam Tubbs will check in, but he replaces Colin Voorhees. Voorhees, the 6'5 freshman, will take a seat. On the inbounds, Justin Payne for Open Door. Payne up ahead to Freeman. Freeman shy of the timeline, now gives it to Herron. Herron on the right wing to Berry. Berry double team, back up top to Herron. Herron dribbles into the left corner, gives it off to Payne. Payne comes left of the lane, quickly in the corner to Asbury. Asbury drives the baseline, tries to dump it off to Payne, fumbled it, got it back, tried to get it back to Asbury. He lost it out of bounds.
Too many people in too close of a proximity there. There was nowhere to get the ball out, kick it out for the Patriots.
Boy, the student body here at Lorain Catholic has shown up in full force tonight. It is a sea of red and white on the opposite side. That is great to see. Waters into the forecourt for Lorain Catholic. His pass knocked out of bounds by Mike Asbury. 6:49 left in the first half. 17-8, Lorain Catholic by 9 as they look to win their final game here on their home floor. They do have one more regular season contest tomorrow night at Columbia. You'll hear that game on AM 930 WEOL. Rob Polinsky will bring you the play-by-play. I have no idea who's doing color with Rob. I know it's not you. Oh, it's you, Kev? All right. Kevin Mayer working with Rob. Brandon Neal here on the near side as the ball skipped by him out of bounds. Ball goes back to Open Door.
Those of you at home that are wondering, Kevin Mayer is sitting right behind us.
Right, Kevin Mayer.
Engineering this evening's
our
game.
Engineer. Did a great job last night with color commentary with Illyria's win over Lakewood. Girls basketball. On the right wing, Adam Freeman for Open Door. Patriots down by 8, 6:20 left in the first half. Freeman bouncing the corner to Barry, back up top to Freeman, quickly on the left wing to Heron. Heron drives the baseline, got his shot blocked by Brandon Neal. Out of there with it comes Billy Waters. Billy streaks to the forecourt, down the lane, and got his shot knocked out of bounds. Boy, Billy Waters is so quick. Of course, an All-American in soccer. Looked like he had a full field to run right there.
Yes, he did.
Michael Cruz in the right corner to Neal, up top to Tubbs. Tubbs bounce right of the lane to Neal, back to the basket, into the lane, muscled it up, no. Brandon fouled. He'll shoot 2. 6:03 left in the first half. Brandon Neal, 2 field goals in tonight's ball game, 4 points. Drew the foul from Mike Asbury. For Mike, that's his first. Brandon Neal, 6'3" senior, terrific ball player. First one up and in. Brandon now with 5. He's 6 points away from the 1,000-point mark. Although Matt Lawhead was telling me before the ball game, if he hits 1,000 tonight, they will not stop the game or make a presentation. They'll just keep going. Second one up and in for Brandon Neal. He's got 6. But we'll let you know here on AM 930 WEOL. 19-8, an 11-point lead for Lorain Catholic, and LC with pressure in the backcourt. Open Door turns it over. Neal scoops up the loose ball. Reverse layup, hung it on the rim, no good, and we'll get a shove in the back on Brandon Neal as he looked for the offensive rebound. Oh, actually, they called it on Billy Waters. That's 3 on Billy Waters. And if Matt Lawhead wants to get him out of there, he's got to get somebody to the bench pretty quick. Indeed, he does. Michael Cruz will check in. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Yours truly, Wally Minnis and Cam Doc Brown, the Royal Business Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. Live in the studio. 19-8, Open Door down by 11 with the basketball. Heron shy of the timeline, whoops it up ahead and whistled it over the head of Mike Asbury out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Spartans. Again, Lorain Catholic, while playing on their home floor, the visiting team tonight in their road or red uniforms. Although, you know what? It's kind of appropriate because the road reds say Lorain Catholic. That's appropriate for tonight. Their home white uniforms actually say Spartans. Cruz on the right wing to Neal. Neal outside the three-point arc. Will let it fly. In and out. Rebound tracked down by Tubbs. Back out front. Tried to get it to Neal. Ball deflects out of bounds. Still belongs to Open Door. Patriot fans over on the opposite side didn't like that call from Greg Demian.
And that's going to be part of a trivia question about 20 years down the line. What was the interesting trivia fact about the last game played at Lorain Catholic?
Yeah, they were technically the road team. Out front, Michael Cruz for LC. Left wing to Brandon Neal. Back up top to Cruz. Cruz right of the circle. Gives it in the corner to Weber. Weber looking. Right of the key to Tubbs. And we'll get a reach-in foul on Jared Heron. For Jared Heron, that's his first. You and I were chatting earlier, and I mean that literally, doing some online chatting about some of the closures that we've seen. Neal in the lane. Left hand up and in. Brandon Neal getting closer. He's got 8.
He's done a nice job around the basket tonight. Not shy about taking it to the basket.
21-8. LC by 13. And Cruz with a steal in the backcourt. But then it goes right back to Payne. Off to Barry. Up ahead to Heron, who drives and got fouled hard on his way to the hoop.
There was no way that Voorhees was going to give him an easy shot at the basket.
The foul was on Voorhees, the 6'5 freshman. But we were talking about the fact, or chatting, about the closing of Elyria West, the closing of Lorain High, and how emotional that is for kids and for communities.
I was over coaching football at South Amherst when they closed.
Heron's first free throw right on the mark. Jarrett, an 85% free throw shooter. Outstanding from the line. That's his first point tonight, averaging 12 per ball game. Got one more coming. Got that one as well. First 2 points of the ball game for Heron.
But I don't believe any of those circumstances were announced in such close proximity to the last sporting event.
I agree. Tubbs on the left wing for Lorain Catholic. Bounce left of the lane to Voorhees. Steps into the lane. Hooked it up with the right hand. No good. Rebound grabbed by Asbury for Open Door. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. 21-10. Lorain Catholic with an 11-point lead. Berry in between the circles. Throws it back out front to Heron. Heron on the right wing against Michael Cruz. Top of the key to Asbury. Mike Asbury comes left of the circle. Left of the lane in the corner to Freeman. Freeman back out front to Berry. Berry against Voorhees. Berry dumps it behind him to Heron. Jarrett into the lane. Fall away shot. Short. Way short. Rebound Brandon Neal for Lorain Catholic. Up ahead to Michael Cruz. Cruz into the forecourt. We're halfway through the second quarter. Lorain Catholic with an 11-point cushion. Cruz, long three, around the rim and out. Rebound bashed off the rim. Loose ball and finally scooped up by Payne for Open Door. Gives it to Heron, right back to Payne. Payne rifles it down the floor on the left wing to Asbury. Thought about the three. Now kicks it back out front to Payne. Payne bounced left to the lane to Berry. Berry to the baseline, forced up the shot, missed it. Rebound Michael Cruz. Here come the Spartans. They want to run. Cruz into the forecourt. Bounce left wing. Brandon Neal thought about the three. Out front to Cruz. Cruz to the foul line. Left to the lane to Voorhees. Laid it up and in. Voorhees with his first 2 points of the ball game. 23-10. Lorain Catholic by 13. 3:15 left in the first half. Freeman in the backcourt. Lobs it to Heron. Heron double teamed and he got fouled from behind. Nate Smith with the call. The foul on Anthony Weber for Lorain Catholic. That's his second. Nice gesture by Lorain Catholic. Their former head football coach, longtime public address announcer, Tom Lisicki, back in the house tonight for one final night of doing some public address announcing. Heron in the backcourt, gives it off to Payne. Payne against pressure, throws it up the floor to Berry. Berry back in the middle to Payne. 2-on-2, Payne in the middle. Payne comes right of the lane. Right wing to Freeman. Freeman had a wide open look, passed it up top to Heron. Left wing Asbury, his three. Hit another one! Mike Asbury with 9.
Asbury 3 of 3 from three-point range. He's not passing that up.
23-13. The three ball makes it a 10-point contest. 2:45 to go first half. Cruz right of the circle, right wing Neal. Neal comes right of the lane, into the lane, popped it up and in. Brandon Neal with 10. He's at 999 on his career. 25-13. Inbounds to Asbury, bounces it right back to Freeman. Freeman lost it. Loose ball tracked down by Michael Cruz, and he got fouled by Justin Payne. Greg Demian, one of the best officials in Northeast Ohio. He is outstanding. For Payne, that's his first for Open Door, their fourth team foul. Neal will inbound in the right corner to Nathan Riccardi now in the game. Out front to Cruz, who hits a three. Michael Cruz, a couple of threes. He's got 6. Timeout, Alan Januzzi, a full timeout. 28-13. Lorain Catholic by 15 on the Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Hi, I'm Bob McGrath.
And I'm Big Bird.
And we love to make music. Music can help kids learn. Did you know that making music, any music...
Like Twinkle Twinkle?
Right, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, can help your child with language, reading, and even math.
And it's lots of fun, too.
To find out how children learn and grow with music, visit www.amc-music.org.
And you'll see...
Music works wonders.
Yeah, it sure does.
Welcome back to Lorain Catholic High School. Tim Elkhorn, Gary Pelter with you on the WEOL Colson and Colson cage matchup. LC has popped it out to a 15-point lead, 28-13, although keep in mind, the first time these two clubs met, Gary, LC had a 14-point lead and squandered it. Of course, LC hoping history doesn't repeat itself here tonight. Payne into the forecourt for Open Door. Down the right side to Freeman. Back up top to Payne. Payne on the right wing to Freeman. Right of the circle to Barry. Lofts it left wing to Asbury. Mike on fire. He has 9, 3 of 3 from outside the arc. Mike out front to Payne. Payne comes right of the lane, puts the brakes on, stops, shoots, and hits. Justin Payne with 4. 28-15. Quickly LC into the forecourt. Again, Brandon Neal 1 away from 1,000. Neal on the right wing at the three-point arc. Out front to Cruz. Bouncing the lane to Tubbs and reaching in, stealing it away. Payne. Now a scramble for it. Jump ball. Possession arrow, Open Door. At the half, the Nationwide Insurance Halftime Show, brought to you by your Lorain County Nationwide Insurance Agents. In the backcourt, Adam Freeman will throw it in for Open Door. Gives it to Heron, who's immediately double-teamed. Right back to Heron. Heron in the middle to Asbury, off to Heron. Or to Heron, that's right. Heron down the floor to Payne. Payne up top to Heron, right wing to Asbury. Asbury comes into the lane, rode the back of Neal, got his shot blocked. Out of there with it comes Tubbs. Tubbs against Heron. Tubbs right of the lane, spins to the basket, bank shot, no good. Rebound grabbed by Barry for Open Door. Shoves it to Heron. Heron in the backcourt against Riccardi, down the floor to Freeman. 1:08 left in the first half. 28-15. LC with a 13-point lead. On the left wing, Jared Heron. Heron on the sideline, down to the baseline, underneath the hoop, scoops with the right hand, no good. Rebound tipped and saved in bounds in the near corner by Freeman. Freeman got it to Asbury, but then he took a timeout. Oh, that's their third timeout. Not sure Alan Januzzi wanted it, but he'll take it. A 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on the Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Athletic competition is all about potential. The opportunity to look inside yourself, to challenge yourself, to be better than you ever dreamed imaginable. Junior achievement is also about dreams and the potential to make those dreams come true. JA's free enterprise education programs help kids say, I can, when everything around them says you can't. Junior achievement. Let their potential be your inspiration.
Welcome back to Lorain Catholic. 48 seconds to go in the half. Boy, Alan Januzzi's down to 2 timeouts. Up top, Mike Asbury for Open Door, off on the right wing to Heron. Heron drives the baseline, ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, and it deflected off Jared. Lorain Catholic will get it back. That'll get Weber in the ball game for Lorain Catholic, as he will check in for Nathan Riccardi. 35 ticks on the clock. Lorain Catholic with a 13-point lead, and it looks as though Open Door is going to settle into a 1-2-2 zone. Michael Cruz walks the ball into the forecourt. 25 seconds to go. Right wing, Brandon Neal. Cross-court pass left side to Weber. Weber brings it out front. Bounce to Cruz. 18 on the clock. Cruz inside the timeline. Cruz looking. Gives it off to Weber. Clock at 10. Weber top of the key to Tubbs. Tubbs right side to Neal. Run of the lane. Bank shot. Good! Brandon Neal with a dozen. And now a steal on the inbounds. Michael Cruz laid it up and in. Cruz with 8, but back to Brandon Neal. He's got 12. He's over 1,000 on his career here at Lorain Catholic. 1,001. We've reached the half. It's all LC. 32-15. The Spartans by 17 at the half. We'll be back after this on the Colson and Colson cage matchup.
Mom, Dad.
You are miserable parents. I snuck out. You caught me.
I lied. You knew. I pushed.
And you pushed back.
Invaded my privacy.
My privacy?
I hated it.
I hated you.
Why couldn't you leave me alone?
Just leave me alone.
I thought you were the worst parents in the world.
I thought you were the worst parents in the world.
Thanks.
It's a sound we take for granted. Life seems so simple as a child, yet 500,000 children in Ohio have vision problems. Problems that, if not detected early, can lead to loss of sight and cause difficulty in learning. Simple activities like riding a bike can become dangerous. Each year, 4,000 more children in Ohio will make a trip to the emergency room with a sports-related eye injury. When you register your vehicle or renew your license plates, add a $1 donation to the Save Our Sight Fund. Your dollar will help provide training and equipment for vision screeners, protective eyewear for youth sports teams, eye health and safety programs in schools, information and support for the families of children with amblyopia or lazy eye. Say yes to Save Our Sight and save the sight of Ohio's children. For more information, call 1-800-755-GROW or visit www.saveoursight.org.
Thanks for giving to Save Our Sight.
The Nationwide Insurance Halftime Show brought to you by your Lorain County Nationwide Insurance agents. Find your kind of agent. Call a Nationwide Insurance agent today. Lorain Catholic has dominated this basketball game on an emotional night here at Lorain Catholic. Spartans leading at the half, 32-15. They led by 6 at the end of one, 14-8. A 7-point run to open up the second quarter gave LC a 13-point lead at 21-8. They led by 13 again at 23-10 before an Asbury 3 for Open Door made it 23-13. But then 5 straight by LC pushed it out to 28-13. A bucket by Open Door made it 28-15. But then Brandon Neal with a driving shot at the end of the half made it 30-15, gave him 1,001 career points. And then Michael Cruz on the inbounds stole the pass, laid it in at the buzzer, and LC with a 17-point halftime lead, 32-15. Individually, the scoring numbers look like this. For Open Door, off the bench, Zach Overs was scoreless, as was Paul Wasmont. Starting 5, Andrew Berry was scoreless. Adam Freeman did not score. Jared Herron, a couple of free throws for 2 points. Justin Payne, 2 field goals for 4. Mike Asbury, really the only offense for Open Door. 3 threes for 9 points. Open Door with a total of 15, quarters of 8 and 7. For the Lorain Catholic Spartans, off the bench, Nathan Riccardi was scoreless. Anthony Weber, 2 free throws for 2 points. Starting 5, Colin Voorhees had a field goal for 2 points. Billy Waters, a couple of field goals for 4. Adam Tubbs with 4 points in the first half. Michael Cruz, 2 threes and the steal and the layup at the end of the half. He has 8, leading the way with a dozen. Brandon Neal on 5 field goals and 2 of 2 from the line. Lorain Catholic with a total of 32, quarters of 14 and 18. Spartans are up big at the half, 32-15 here at Lorain Catholic High School on the final night of basketball in this gymnasium. We'll be back with more on the Nationwide Insurance Halftime Show right after this.
Visual, and you have the lead on the right. Have the lead on the right. Sights on. Left 9 now. Nothing else. You got the airspeed on me. Visual. Oh, there you are. Darn, I was hoping you wouldn't see me. It's my turn to gun track. Let's do that one again. Okay?
Just in case you didn't catch the number the first time.
Back out here at Lorain Catholic High School, let's take a look at the numbers for the first half of play. First of all, for the Spartans from Lorain Catholic in the first quarter, they were 6 of 11, 55%. They attempted 3 3-pointers. None of those were successful. In the second quarter, 7 of 12 from the field for 58%, 2 of 3 from 3-point range for 67% from outside the arc. They were at halftime, 13 of 23 for 56%. 2 of 6 from 3-point range for 33% from outside the arc. Looking at their free throw shooting, 2 of 2 in the first quarter, 2 of 2 in the second quarter, 4 of 4 overall, perfect from the charity stripe for the Spartans. Looking at the statistics for the Patriots from Open Door Christian Academy, 3 of 7 in the first quarter of play for 43%, 2 of 3 from 3-point range. Both of those coming from Mike Asbury. In looking at their second quarter shooting, they were 2 of 7 for 29%, 1 of 1 from 3-point range. They're 5 of 14 from the field for the first half of play for 38%, 3 of 4 for 75% from the 3-point range. Looking at their free throw shooting, they're 0 for 2 in the first quarter, 2 of 2 in the second quarter, 2 of 4 overall at halftime for 50%. Looking at turnovers, Lorain Catholic has turned the ball over a total of 3 times. Open Door has turned it over a total of 7. Each team with a pair of block shots. Rebounding-wise, Lorain Catholic with 5 offensive, 7 defensive for a total of 12, while Open Door with 3 offensive, 5 defensive for a total of 8. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more of halftime right after this.
Was in another lifetime, one of toil and blood. When blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
If we do not take responsibility for saving animals from extinction, we allow a part of ourselves to die with them, because in the web of life,
And if I pass
we are
this
all
way
connected.
again, you can rest assured.
Help World Wildlife Fund protect animals in the places where they live by ordering a free action kit. Together, we can leave our children a living planet.
She said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
The Nationwide Insurance Halftime Show has been brought to you by your Lorain County Nationwide Insurance agents. Find your kind of agent. Call a Nationwide Insurance agent today. And again, we're glad you could join us not only on WEOL, WLCS, TV20, Lorain City Schools Television, but we welcome our audience on the World Wide Web, as tonight's game and every high school basketball game on WEOL this year can be heard online at LorainCounty.com sports. Hear them live. Go back and listen to all of the games. They're all archived for all the action all season. Join your neighbors. Log on to LorainCounty.com as we start the second half. Brandon Neal buries a 3 from the right wing. Brandon now with 15 points, 35-15. LC with a 20-point lead. Took all of 13 seconds for that to transpire.
They've scored a lot of points in the last about 20 seconds.
Yeah. Go back to the end of the first half, 4 points in the last second and a half. Open Door down by 20. Up the right side comes Jared Herron, and he stepped on the sideline.
I think Jared Herron thinks he was pushed to run out of bounds there. I think one of the keys for the Patriots here in the second half of play is they have to find a way to get Jared Herron the ball where he can shoot it.
Top of the key, Billy Waters. Waters, left of the circle to Tubbs. His jumper around the rim and out. Rebound, Mike Asbury. Original starting 5 for Open Door: Asbury, Herron, Freeman, Payne, and Berry. Matt Lawhead for Lorain Catholic has his original 5 on the floor as well. Justin Payne on the right wing for Open Door. Top of the key to Berry. Berry against Voorhees. Bank shot no good. Rebound, Billy Waters for Lorain Catholic. He'll push it up the floor. Waters into the forecourt. Bounce to Tubbs, who laid it in. Adam Tubbs with 6. 37-15. The rout is on here at Lorain Catholic. Asbury in the backcourt. Mike up ahead to Payne. Payne through the center circle into the forecourt, being chased from behind. Dumps it off to Berry. Right wing, Herron. Jared for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Asbury, though, laid it up and in. Nobody boxed out Mike Asbury. He's got 11. 37-17. Well, Open Door, if they're going to get back into this thing, has to clamp down defensively. Brandon Neal on the baseline. Spins into the lane. Bank shot good. Brandon Neal with 17. 39-17. 6:20 left in the third. Lorain Catholic with pressure in the backcourt. Ball deflected. Neal has it in the lane. Hooked it up. No. Brandon got it back. Muscled it up and in. Brandon Neal with 19. 7 here in the third quarter. 41-17. 2 minutes off the clock here in the period. Herron in the backcourt. Throws it behind him. Nobody there. Ball simply went out of bounds. Alan Januzzi takes his 4th timeout. A full timeout by the Patriots. 41-17 Spartans. We'll be right back on the Colson & Colson cage matchup.
There's this guy. Always in my face. Shouting at me. Just pushes me. But I love him. He's my coach. My coach.
Be a coach. Be a fan. Special Olympics.
There this guy.
.5:59 left in the third quarter. Alan Januzzi is down to one timeout, 41-17. It is all Lorain Catholic. Gary, you can't help but think they are just playing off the emotion of this night and this crowd.
Yeah, this is a great crowd and a great atmosphere to play in as far as building the emotion in a positive aspect.
Billy Waters, right side to Brandon Neal. Neal having a terrific night with 19. Neal stutter steps to the foul line, now holds up, left side. Waters in the corner to Cruz, his three off the back of the rim. Double bounce comes off to Tubbs, who got fouled as he went up. Adam Tubbs will shoot two. The foul is on Mike Asbury. That's his second. Coming up after the ball game, we'll have our McDonald's postgame show presented by the McDonald's of Lorain County. I'm loving it. We'll also have our McDonald's Extra Value Award winner and our Northern Star. Tubbs hits the first. Adam, a 79% free throw shooter, 7 points in the ball game. Tubbs will shoot one more. Line right, second one up, rattled it in. Adam Tubbs with 8, 43-17. And the press still on by Lorain Catholic. Freeman in the backcourt gets it off to Payne. Payne shoves it to Barry. Barry shy of the timeline to Freeman. Freeman steps into the forecourt, puts the brakes on, gives it back to Payne. Shovels it off to Heron. His pass stolen away by Brandon Neal for Lorain Catholic. Shoves it up ahead to Cruz. Cruz will drive and miss the shot. Rebound Justin Payne for Open Door. Payne weaving his way into the forecourt. Payne, top of the circle, shoves it in the left corner to Asbury. High, arcing three is short. Rebound Voorhees for Lorain Catholic. Gives it off to Billy Waters. Matt Lawhead saying push it up. Waters, top of the circle, whoops it down low to Voorhees, underneath the hoop, scooped it up and laid it in. Colin Voorhees with 4, 45-17. 4:45 left in the third. Payne gives it off to Freeman, shoves it to Barry, to Justin Payne. Payne up the left side, bounce to Asbury. Asbury cross court on the right side to Freeman. Freeman gives it off to Barry, right of the circle, and we'll get a reach-in foul. Greg Demian with the call. Foul on Lorain Catholic's Colin Voorhees. That's his second. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow we have a girls sectional championship doubleheader for you from Westlake Division I action. Game number 1 features the Amherst Lady Comets against St. Joseph's Academy. And then the second ball game should be a dandy. The Shore Gals from Avon Lake against Westlake. Third meeting of the year between those two. They split their first 2 meetings in SWC play. Jared Heron throws it on the right sideline for Zach Overs, who's checked back in, threw it out of bounds. Boy, Open Door has just looked discombobulated all night long, Gary.
They've turned the ball over 5 times here in the third quarter play alone, Tim.
Nathan Riccardi back in the game for Lorain Catholic on the near side. Pass poked out of bounds by Brandon Neal. Speaking of tournament time, up next for Open Door Wednesday, sectional action. They'll be taking on Dalton over at Strongsville. Weber on the right wing, out front to Billy Waters. Waters on the right-hand dribble, bounce on the left sideline to Brandon Neal. Neal dribbles to the baseline. Neal under the hoop, scoops and laid it in. Oh my, that was pretty by Brandon Neal. 21 for the 6'3 senior. 47-17, a 30-point lead. And now a steal by Weber. Weber drives, laid it up and in with the left hand. Anthony Weber with 4. 49-17. LC continues to press in the backcourt. Brandon Neal gave Mike Asbury a bit of a shove, according to Nate Smith. The foul on Brandon will be his first. Lorain Catholic tournament time. Friday, they will take on Cuyahoga Heights, but again, they have another regular season ball game tomorrow at Columbia. A game you'll hear on WEOL. Barry in the circle, Berry out front to Heron. Jared left to the lane, in the corner to Payne. His three, in and out. Rebound grabbed by Riccardi for Lorain Catholic. Gives it to Waters, who streaks to the forecourt. Bounce underneath, layup, and in by Anthony Weber. Oh my, the quickness of Billy Waters. My goodness. 51-17. Heron in the backcourt. Shoves it down the floor to Overs. Overs on the left wing, right in front of the open door bench. Will bring it out front. Overs, lob on the right side to Heron. Heron bounce in the corner to Asbury. Asbury top side to Overs, left of the circle to Berry. Berry around Voorhees, drives and scores. Andrew Berry with his first 2 points of the ball game. 51-19. 2:40 left in the third. Brandon Neal cross court on the left side to Weber. Weber left to the lane on the baseline. Voorhees, his jumper a beauty. Colin Voorhees with 6. Lorain Catholic is clicking on all cylinders tonight. Berry throws it away in the backcourt. Waters with the steal. Scoop, no, but he was fouled. Gary, I made this point to Matt Lawhead during the State Farm Insurance pregame show, and I'll bring it up again. I go back to that 95 Lorain High team with John Rossitano. Once it was announced that Lorain High was closing, that basketball team played with as much passion and energy and emotion as I have ever seen a basketball team play with. They didn't want any game to be the final game in a Lorain High uniform. Waters hit the first. And you sense that this team tonight is playing with passion. They are playing with unbelievable emotion. And you just wonder how far it will carry.
Well, a lot of times, especially during the season or during the tournament, you say, well, there's no tomorrows, there's nothing to save it for. But really, the numbers are limited at this point. There aren't going to be any tomorrows for Lorain Catholic. A couple more ball games they're guaranteed, but that's going to be it. So they want to make the most of everything they've got.
Waters missed that second free throw, and then Michael Cruz commits a foul on Jared Heron as Heron brings it up the floor. Into the ball game now for Lorain Catholic. Nick Garver, 5'11 junior, seeing his first action tonight. 54-19. Lorain Catholic in a rout. In the right corner, Jared Heron. Up top to Overs. Shoves up a three. Missed it. Rebound Berry. Popped it up and in. Andrew Berry with 4. 54-21. Cruz in the backcourt. Gives it to Weber. Weber into the forecourt on the left sideline. Bounce to Tubbs. Tubbs on the right-hand dribble. Brings it back out front. Gives it to Michael Cruz. Cruz, right wing to Brandon Neal. He'll shoot a three and hit it. Brandon Neal with a special night tonight. He has 24. 57-21. In the backcourt, Asbury working through traffic. Gives it off to Overs. Overs in the center circle. Left side to Asbury. Right wing Payne. His three. Off the mark. Long rebound tracked down by Michael Cruz. Under a minute and a half left in the third. Cruz into the forecourt. Through a double team. Bounce underneath. Jump shot put up. No good. Rebound grabbed out of there by Heron for Open Door. So Lorain Catholic and Open Door are going to share the final North Shore Conference Championship. Run of the lane. Berry turns, shoots, banks it in. Andrew Berry with 6 all here in the quarter. 57-23. We're under a minute to go here in the third. Cruz, run of the circle, stops, shoots, switch. Michael Cruz in double figures with 10. 45 seconds to go. 59-23. Cruz with a steal into the corner. 3 in the air, off the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it went off Anthony Weber out of bounds. What will my life be without Barb Lawhead right over my left shoulder? Don't follow me, Barb. Oh, I'm begging you, please. Into the forecourt, Heron. Right wing to Payne. Payne drives, scores, and fouled. Payne with a chance for a three-point play. The foul on Lorain Catholic called on Adam Tubbs. That's his first. Into the ball game now, Paul Wasmont for Open Door. Andrew Berry will take a seat. I can't even begin to imagine how many games I've sat in this Lorain Catholic Gymnasium calling high school basketball. And Barb has been right over my left shoulder every single game. Free throw missed by Payne. Into the forecourt comes Lorain Catholic. 16 seconds left in the third. 59-25 Spartans. Cruz in between the circles. Gives it to Brandon Neal. Brandon takes a glance up at the clock. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Neal at the top of the key. Lost it to Payne. Payne with 2 on the clock. Gives it off to Overs. His 3 up. No! And that ends the quarter. There are 8 minutes of basketball to be played at Lorain Catholic High School. We'll bring them to you on AM930 WEOL right after this.
Keep your pets safe this winter. Wash your dog's paws to remove harmful salt from walking on the streets and sidewalks. Keep cats indoors. Clean up antifreeze spills. Limit outdoor exercise. Breathing cold air for extended periods can damage your dog's lungs. Don't play summer games in the winter. It can cause a serious case of frostbite. If your pet shows signs of frostbite, keep it warm and take it to your veterinarian for immediate treatment.
Breast cancer doesn't just affect women. This year, nearly 40,000 women will die. The Breast Cancer Research Foundation has awarded $40 million in research grants. Please help us make a difference. Visit us at bcrfcure.org or call 1-866-FIND-A-CURE.
Welcome back to Lorain Catholic High School. 59-25. It's all over but the shouting. But still 8 minutes of basketball to be played in this historic gymnasium. Relish the moment, folks. 59-25. Open Door will have the basketball as we start the final quarter. Overs out front against Adam Tubbs. Overs lob to Berry. Berry in the lane to Asbury. Asbury will work it back out front. In the middle to Overs, right side to Jared Herron. Herron's been quiet tonight. Herron to the baseline, fall away shot, rattled it in. That's his first field goal. 4 points in the ball game for Jared. 59-27. Neal on the right sideline. Boy, he has been explosive tonight. A 24-point ball game. Cross-court pass to Michael Cruz. Bounce at the foul line to Tubbs. Tubbs surrounded out front to Waters. Billy explodes to the hole and scores. Billy Waters with 7. 61-27. And Matt Lawhead says back off on the defense. Into the forecourt, Jared Herron. Lob left to the lane to Berry. Back on the left wing to Herron. Herron out front to Asbury. Asbury throws it in the left corner to Herron. Left of the lane to Berry. Back out front to Overs. Overs top of the key. Overs looking for some help. Zach flings it right side to Freeman. Freeman matched up against Cruz, and Michael reached in and fouled him. Boy, Barry Buck emphatic on that call. Michael Cruz picks up his second foul. That's 6 on Lorain Catholic as a team. Again, the McDonald's postgame show will follow here on AM 930 WEOL. We'll have our McDonald's Extra Value Award winner. We'll also announce tonight's Northern Star, the brightest star on the floor tonight, the Northern Star of the game. Wasmont inbounds to Herron, tries to throw it down low. Ball deflected by Voorhees. Out of there with it, Michael Cruz for Lorain Catholic. Cruz into the forecourt, top of the key, run of the lane, stop, shoots, no good. Rebound Wasmont for Open Door. 6:38 left at Lorain Catholic. On the left side, Payne. Left of the circle to Berry. Berry on the right wing to Herron. Herron run of the lane, shot blocked. Out of there with it, Billy Waters for Lorain Catholic. Waters quickly to the forecourt, down the lane, and he lost it out of bounds. Ball knocked out of his hands. Again, for those of you who are listening tonight and would like to watch the ball game, WLCS TV20 Lorain City Schools Television will have this game on Monday, March 1st at 3:30 and 8 o'clock. Inbounds to Voorhees. He laid it up and in. Boy, the freshman's impressive. He has 8.
Voorhees has come alive offensively in the second half of play.
Well, Barry Buck working the game tonight. He's an employee of WLCS TV20. Asbury, run of the lane. High, arcing shot. Got it to fall over Brandon Neal. Nice shot by Mike. He has 13. 63-29, 5:50 to go. I wonder if Joe Bach is getting a lot of close-ups of Barry Buck. Neal, right wing, 3! Brandon Neal with 27. What a ball game for the 6'3 senior. He is closing it out here at the LC Gym in style. 66-29. Payne to the foul line, got his shot blocked, but Nate Smith said he got fouled. Payne will shoot 2. The foul on Colin Voorhees. For Voorhees, that's his 3rd. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, the Royal Business Wrap-Up Show. Yours truly, Wally Minnis, Cam Doc Brown. And then I'll have a busy afternoon as well. The 2 girls' games with Z Zoltai. Payne's first free throw up and in.
You will be a busy boy tomorrow.
Oh, wait till next week. I think the next time I see my kids, they'll be on Social Security. Payne line left. That red 33 trimmed in blue. Hits the second. Payne with 8. 66-31. A blowout win for Lorain Catholic in their final game here at Lorain Catholic High School.
And they've done this a lot here at Lorain Catholic.
No doubt about that. Cruz to the foul line, bounce to Voorhees, in traffic, put it up, no good. Rebound tipped around. Payne has it for Open Door. Payne through the center circle, into the forecourt. Payne tried to get it down low to Wasmont, and the ball was kicked out of bounds by Lorain Catholic. Gary, you just look around this gym and you see the banners. District champions in baseball. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 district championships in baseball. The numerous district titles in basketball. Heron on the right wing to Payne. Payne comes right of the lane, pulls up, shoots, and hits. Justin Payne with 10. Just a remarkable athletic legacy here at Lorain Catholic High School that will be sorely missed. Billy Waters, top of the circle. Waters to the foul line. Shoves it on the right wing to Neal. His 3. Hit another one! Oh, Brandon Neal with 30. 69-33.
I've got him 4 of 4 from three-point range in the second half of play.
On the right sideline, Asbury. Bounce down low to Wasmont. Ball knocked out of there. Brandon Neal has it. Neal into the forecourt. Neal working on a 30-point ball game in between the circles to Tubbs. Tubbs right side to Waters. Billy Waters right in front of Matt Lawhead. Top of the key to Cruz. Back on the right wing to Waters. 4:05 to go. Waters left side to Tubbs. Tubbs with the basketball. Hands it off to Cruz. Cruz right of the key. Spins to the foul line. Left wing Neal. Step back 3 in the air. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound. And a foul on Adam Tubbs. 3:53 to go. The foul on Tubbs. His second puts Lorain Catholic over the limit. And they'll head to the other end and shoot free throws.
Yeah, the crowd didn't like that one a whole lot, did they?
Matt Galati in for Open Door. Jared Heron will sit down. And now Brandon Neal will come out of the ball game. A 30-point effort tonight for Brandon Neal. Gets a big hug from Matt Lawhead, Coach Demakia, Coach Andy Bastock. And a nice round of applause as Tom Lisicki announces that Brandon Neal is now over 1,000 points. He did that on a layup to close out the first half. What a classy move by Alan Januzzi to go over and shake Brandon Neal's hand, congratulate him. .353 left. That'll get Nathan Riccardi in the ball game, replacing Michael Cruz. Cruz gets a hug from Matt Lawhead as well. Tell you what, Brandon Neal almost caught Mike Horn tonight. Brandon Neal was number 11 coming into tonight at 989. Was number 10 at 989. Mike Horn, who's in attendance tonight, at 1,037. Brandon, he had kept him in there a little while longer. The way he was raining in threes, Gary might have caught him.
He's got tomorrow, though.
That's true. Plus postseason. Tubbs on the right wing to Waters. Waters up top to Weber. Weber on the right wing. The Tubbs comes right to the key, unloads the shot, missed it. Rebound Mike Asbury. 3.5 minutes to go. 69-33. Payne on the right wing. Lost the basketball, got it back. Gives it off to Galati. Galati forced up the shot, missed it. Tapped out front. Tubbs has it for Lorain Catholic. Streaks to the forecourt. Bounce to Riccardi, who lost it out of bounds. Mass substitutions now for Lorain Catholic. Nick Kuhn, Kurt Casper, and Chris Coma check in the ball game. A terrific round of applause to the remaining starters for Lorain Catholic. Let's sit down. Adam Tubbs, Billy Waters, Colin Voorhees. This was a night for Lorain Catholic, and the Spartans rode the emotional wave. Just dominating performance. Asbury in the lane, put it up, no, whistle and a foul. Gary Jim Allen earlier today on WEOL reeled off some of the great names that have been here at Lorain Catholic High School as far as boys basketball is concerned. Of course, Paul Wilson, Frank Owens, Andy Bastock, Ron Mantini, the Moguses, the Gotzeses, the list goes on and on. Just an incredible basketball tradition and legacy here at this school.
Well, we had an opportunity last year when they honored a lot of those individuals here on a night.
Asbury hit both free throws, 15 for Mike, 69-35. Weber tries to bounce it down low, loose ball, now a scramble for it. Boy, they're battling all over the place. And finally the jump ball called. Possession arrow belongs to Open Door.
They had some Lawheads that played here too.
How about Wilczak and the Lawheads? We mentioned Mike Horn in attendance tonight. Played on that incredible team back in the mid-'70s that went all the way to the state tournament. They have had some standout basketball players. Of course, Angie Chet on the girls' side now, the girls' head coach at Lorain Catholic. At the free throw line, they didn't call a jump ball, excuse me, they called a foul. Paul Wasmont will shoot 1-and-1 for Open Door.
Well, I guess he's going to shoot.
I was just going to say, well, it says 9. Well, there they go. They put the 10th foul up there. So Wasmont shooting 2. Missed them both. Rebound comes back to Wasmont in the lane. Threw it down low to Galati. Galati trapped. Now steps back, shoots, threw up an air ball. Rebound Coma. 2:35 to go. Into the forecourt, Weber. Left wing Riccardi. Riccardi comes into the lane. Got fouled as he went to the hoop. Again, the McDonald's postgame show will follow. We'll have our McDonald's Extra Value Award winner. We'll also have tonight's Northern Star. We'll check in with Z Zoltai at West River Grill on West River Road in Elyria for tonight's final installment of the After the Buzzer program, presented by the Hospital for Orthopedic and Specialty Services. First free throw up and in by Nathan Riccardi. Boy, Z has a lineup tonight. I don't know how he's going to get them all in.
He's got to keep them moving.
Tell you what, it'll be a revolving door at West River Grill. Second free throw up and in for Nathan Riccardi. He's got 2 points in the ball game. It gets Nick Garver back in. Riccardi will sit down. He's a senior. His final moments here on the Lorain Catholic floor. 2.5 minutes to go. Into the forecourt, Justin Payne. During that McDonald's postgame show, by the way, we will have Jim Lawhead join us. On the left side, Payne. Payne gives it off to Wasmont. His jumper no good. Follow no good. Rebound knocked around. Out of there with it comes Kurt Casper for Lorain Catholic. Now on the right wing, Nick Garver. Garver bounce out front to Casper. Casper got it down low to Coma. Put it up no good. Fight for the rebound. Grabbed out of there by Kuhn. His shot right of the lane off the mark. Rebound fought for and out of there with it comes Coma. Right wing three, no good by Kurt Casper. Rebound grabbed by Asbury. 1:45 left. 71-35. Lorain Catholic with the lead. Left of the lane, Wasmont turns, shoots, misses. Rebound grabbed by Casper for Lorain Catholic. 1:30 to go. Into the forecourt. Casper, a three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Asbury. Throws it down the floor to Wasman. Wasman giving chase, left in the lane, fell down, tries to maintain the dribble, gives it in the corner to Steve Miller now in the game, and Miller hits for 2. 71-37. In the lane, turnaround shot by Kuhn, around the rim and out. Rebound Asbury. There is 1 minute of basketball to be played here at Lorain Catholic High School. 71-37, timeout, Open Door. 56 seconds to go. We're back after this on the Colson and Colson Cage matchup.
Dear Abby, I'm scared. I think my mom is showing signs of Alzheimer's disease. What should I do? Signed, Frightened. Dear Frightened, when my mom first began showing signs of memory loss, I was scared too. So I called the Alzheimer's Association for help. I'm Dear Abby. If you or someone you love is experiencing memory loss, take my advice, contact the Alzheimer's Association. They help families like ours.
They won't leave you for someone younger. They won't notice you've gained weight. They won't fire you. They won't talk about you behind your back. All they'll ever do is love you. Find the love of your life. Visit PetFinder at aspca.org.
Actually, Alan Januzzi did not take his final timeout. Instead, we had a foul on the floor. Mike Asbury shooting 2 for Open Door. He hits the first. Second one up and in for Asbury. 17-point effort for Mike. 71-39. Into the forecourt. First action tonight, Robert Laurenti for Lorain Catholic. Laurenti gives it off to Casper. Left wing to Kuhn. Kuhn had the ball knocked out of his hands, got it back. Kuhn underneath the hoop, lost it out of bounds. 39 seconds to go. Adam Freeman will bring it up for Open Door. Freeman into the forecourt at the base of the center circle. Right wing to Miller. Miller back up top to Freeman, shoves it left side to Berry. Andrew Berry threw it in the lane, nobody there. Out of there with it, Kuhn. 22 seconds to go. Kuhn left of the lane, threw it up, no good, and a whistle and a foul on the rebound. And it will go on Lorain Catholic's Chris Coma. 18 seconds remain here at Lorain Catholic. They'll head to the other end and shoot 2. And the fans are up on their feet. Boy, as they walk out of here tonight, Gary Pelter, it will be a trail of tears to the parking lot. There are a lot of folks crying right now.
I think it's going to be one of those situations where you can't get people to leave. That's what I'm anticipating.
It could be.
We might not be the last ones out of here tonight.
18.9 to go. Adam Freeman scoreless in the ball game. Second one up, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Casper has it. Casper gives it off to Coma. Coma on the right wing to Laurenti. Laurenti up top to Kuhn. He'll unload it and hit it for 3. Kuhn with a bank shot for 3. 1 second. That does it. The final score here at Lorain Catholic. The Spartans 74. Open Door 39. Lorain Catholic on an incredible, emotional night here on their home floor for the final time. Dominate from start to finish. They will share the North Shore Conference Championship with Open Door. But more important than that, Gary Pelter, they will take this memory with them for the rest of their life as they go out big winners the final time here at Lorain Catholic High School.
Yes, they got to do it one more time here on their own home floor. And there's a lot of people in these stands that are just soaking it all up right now and taking it in.
The students are out on the floor. It is a sea of red. And the fight song will now be sung. We'll be back. We'll wrap it up for you on the McDonald's postgame show after this on the WEOL Colson and Colson Cage Matchup.
It can happen anytime, anywhere. And the Navy Marine Corps team is ready the way no one else is. Taking the fight inland, all the way from the sea. That's the power of teamwork. For more information or to join us, visit our website.
While progress should never come to a halt, there are many places it should never come to at all. So we work locally with communities, businesses, and people like you to save precious places around the world, forever. I'm Paul Newman. Help the Nature Conservancy save the last great places.
Welcome back to Lorain Catholic, where the final game ever at Lorain Catholic High School has been played. And Lorain Catholic riding the emotional wave of this evening and certainly this week with a monumental win tonight, 74-39 over Open Door. Lorain Catholic and Open Door share the final North Shore Conference Championship, both teams with records of 5-1 in the North Shore Conference. Open Door wraps up the regular season with a record of 11-9. Lorain Catholic now 12-7 on the year. One more regular season game tomorrow night against Columbia. The fans and the entire Lorain Catholic community out on the floor as the Spartan players are cutting the nets, not only in honor of sharing the conference championship, but certainly a lasting memory of Lorain Catholic High School. As far as recapping this ball game, folks, there's not a lot to tell you. It was all Lorain Catholic. They jumped out to a 14-8 lead at the end of one, pushed it out to 17 at the half, 32-15. Any hopes whatsoever of an open door comeback were squashed in the third quarter when Lorain Catholic outscored them 27-10, including 12 from Brandon Neal all by himself, who had a game-high 30 on the night and went over 1,000 career points. It was 59-24, Lorain Catholic at the end of three. And the fourth quarter, the final 8 minutes here at Lorain Catholic simply became a celebration of the tradition and the legacy that this school will leave, as the Spartans outscored Open Door in the final period 25-14 to win it 74-39. By the way, our McDonald's postgame show being presented by the McDonald's of Lorain County. McDonald's, I'm loving it. We'll take a timeout on that McDonald's postgame show. When we come back, there's a lot still to come from Lorain Catholic High School. We'll have final stats. We'll have awards to hand out. We'll talk to Matt Lawhead, Jim Lawhead. We'll have stats. So stay with us on the WEOL Colson and Colson Cage Matchup.
They came from every corner of the country. From small towns and big cities. But they all shared one thing in common. They belonged to a family called Marines. A tough and determined few, dedicated to protecting everything we hold sacred. And still they come. Celebrate the history of those proud few who have earned the title Marine.
Welcome back to Lorain Catholic High School. Tim Elkhorn, Gary Pelter with you on the McDonald's postgame show. Again, a roller coaster of emotions here at Lorain Catholic High School. They have cut the nets to our right, and certainly a big roar went up from the crowd, but as we were mentioning earlier, a lot of tears are being shed in this gymnasium tonight at the same time. And certainly a gentleman that I've had a wonderful relationship with since I started broadcasting high school sports in Lorain County back in 1985. Jim Lawhead, longtime head basketball coach here at Lorain Catholic, administrator at this school. Coach, a stirring speech that you gave to open up tonight's events here at Lorain Catholic High School. That had to be a very emotional moment for you.
It was. I'm lucky I got through it, huh? You know, we had a rough week. It's been a sad week. We had a pep rally today. And I just walked out, I told the kids instead of being there, were there. And they were all in red. And I got them up and I said, you know, I'm tired of being sad. I want to have some fun. I want to be happy tonight. I want everybody to come here and share the opportunity that Open Door was gracious enough to allow us to have this one last experience. We're going to come out tonight. You know, I don't know what's going to happen in the game, but I do know this. We're going to come out tonight and we're going to have some fun. And that's what this is all about. This is about those kids over there, you know, the players, the cheerleaders, that pep band, and the parents who sacrifice to send their kids here. And I'm glad, I'm just so glad for being a part of Lorain Catholic.
A wide range of emotions here tonight. Barb openly sobbing behind me as we came into the gym tonight. I saw many of your kids, and you got a lot of them, yeah. Shedding a lot of tears. 7, I think.
7.
But you know, and Matt and I talked about this during the pregame show. There's a grieving process, and you know, there's an old saying about Irish wake. Sometimes you got to let it all hang out once in a while, and I think for the Lorain Catholic community, they did that tonight.
We needed this. We just needed tonight after what's gone on this week, and people came out to share in the experience. You know, somebody said, hey, you got to close every couple of weeks to get crowds like this. A little gallows humor. You know, but I have to say that I'm very sad, sincerely sad, and still grieving about the loss of Lorain Catholic. The kids, the junior class especially, won't have the opportunity to graduate from Lorain Catholic. The faculty and staff who are going to be displaced and are going to have to be out looking for a job. You know, I'm old, you know, and some of them are a lot younger and have families, and you know, I feel so bad for them. But I know that people will step up. They'll help us through this, you know, and you know, it's God's will, and we have to deal with it. Coach,
I believe it was an old Lifesavers commercial where at the end of the night, the final guy in the gym has to turn off the lights. And that may be you tonight. You may have to turn off these lights one final time.
No, we don't have a custodian on duty tonight. I'm it. You know, I've swept this floor many times and turned the lights on and off many times.
Can you share with me and for the WEOL listeners perhaps some of those thoughts and some of those recollections you'll have tonight when you turn off the lights? We rattled off some of the great names that you had the honor of coaching: the Horns, the Wilzacks, the Wilsons, the Owens, the Mantinis, the Bastocks, and right on down the line. I'm sure all those names and a lot more and a lot of memories will go through your mind tonight.
No, it's just not about boys basketball. You look up at the banners, we had great volleyball.
Exactly.
You know, we had the girls are out there cutting the nets down tonight. They had a great year. Jim McCall, our baseball coach, got in the Hall of Fame. He went to state tournament. You know, we had great soccer. Jim Francis in golf, baseball. I mean, I'm missing somebody, but you know, and it's also the students over there. You know, I look at those students, and you know, they don't all play ball, but they're out here sharing this experience. And I taught, you know, many of the people in the stands. You know, a lot of people that aren't too much younger than I. You know, I taught a lot of them. So I think the thing that I'm going to remember, I'm going to sit here and soak this up, you know. And you know, when the lights go out tonight, they go out tonight. And but you've been around quite a while with us, and you know we've had some great times. I appreciate WEOL support and your friendship, and I know that I appreciated sitting up here after the game because I figured, hey, if I'm going up there, we won, you know. So. It's just been great for Lorain Catholic. It's been great for Jim Lawhead. It's been great for Barbara Lawhead. It's been great for my children, sharing all of this with all of these people.
Well, Jim, I want to tell you that I treasure our friendship and our relationship as well. As Alan Januzzi said during our pregame show, Lorain Catholic, the building itself is bricks and mortar, but it's the memories and the emotion and certainly all the great times that I'll take with me out of this gym.
Well,
and thank you for that.
Well, when I addressed the folks, that was part of my talk. The memories that we have and share together. They can't take that away from us, right? We'll hold those memories just like my wife and I hold those memories at St. Mary's a long time ago. And that's my feelings.
Enjoy the night. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me on and covering this game.
All right, Jim Lawhead from Lorain Catholic High School. Again, sharing a few moments with us tonight. Gary, Jim wouldn't have been able to hear you. That's why you didn't get a question in. It's just a din over here on the near side, but just a class guy.
That's all right. Just let him go. And, yeah, it's a very emotional atmosphere here. Something we've never experienced anything quite like this.
I thought you and I had been around the world a few times.
That's right.
We haven't seen this. 74-39, Lorain Catholic wins it. We'll have more on the McDonald's postgame show following this timeout on the WEOL Colson and Colson Cage matchup.
Red Cross to help prepare your community, you never know how many lives you might change. When we come together, we become part of something bigger than us all. Welcome back to Lorain Catholic, where the multitudes are still enjoying the moment. The final high school game ever at Lorain Catholic High School, and LC goes out in style, 74-39. They knock off Open Door. The two teams will share the North Shore Athletic Conference Championship, but certainly more importantly for Lorain Catholic, as we mentioned, just a night of memories as they will close out this gym in rousing fashion. Gracious enough to stop by and spend a few moments with us on the McDonald's postgame show, the victorious head coach at Lorain Catholic High School, Matt Lawhead. Matt, congratulations on the victory in the conference championship, sharing it with Open Door, but certainly, and not to diminish that, but that's not what this night was all about, just a memorable evening for the entire LC community.
Yeah, we can sit there and say, hey, we're heading in the tournaments on a hot note. We can sit there and say we're starting to shoot the ball well. We can sit there and say we executed the game plan. All those things, but really, it didn't matter win or lose. It's a grieving situation we're going through. I've never had anybody close to me die in terms of a very close family member. This is the closest thing to a death that I've ever had to deal with. And when you go to, I've been to funerals, and there's always laughter and sadness, joy, up and downs. And obviously, this is a time to enjoy. I'll probably still cry a little bit tonight before I go to bed because I've done it for a while now. It was a time to enjoy for everyone that's been part of LC, and geez, we played well to boot. Wow, we'll take it.
Well, we had your dad on just a few moments ago.
Oh, yeah?
He said it very succinctly. Lorain Catholic needed tonight.
Yeah, that's about as, I know a lot. I know a lot of people that are smart. I tell you what, that guy, he's my dad. He is one of the wisest men there is. He has not been in education for 40 years at a Catholic school. For the money. He's been it for the joy and to teach, and he put it about as good as you can, and it was a surprise to have him cut the last net down. I think I told you off the air to not talk about it, and that was nice. But again, here's the man he is. Up real quick, cut, whistle back down. I don't need the glory, I
want to ask you about the kids and the fact that this was the final home game, and so often you hear
adults talk about 16, 17-year-old kids, and they don't know this, they don't realize this, they won't appreciate it till they're older. Did they appreciate the significance of tonight? Do you think that has sunk in for them yet, or will it take a 10-year class reunion and a 20-year class reunion until they realize this was such a momentous occasion, not only for this school but for this county?
I think they don't realize it yet. I think they realize that there are a bunch of high school kids who were disappointed in some early season losses that have been playing better. They realized that they were a good team right now. With Lorain Catholic closing, without Lorain Catholic closing, they knew they were a good team. And I continued to stress to them, only 3 times. I stressed it 3 times to them. So really not continue. Just don't put pressure on yourself. Don't think you have to do a great thing for Lorain Catholic. There's no pressure on you. Anybody talk to get another pregame. We went to the chapel today, which we've gone for 35 years, and we turned all the lights on, which we never do in the chapel. It's always just one little dim light. And I turned all the lights on, and we sat them down there instead of kneeling with our eyes closed. And when we go to the chapel, we try to bring up something significant that they can learn a life lesson from. And I just said, hey, again, enjoy the moment. You're going to realize what happened tonight, and with Lorain Catholic closing for the next 3 months, you're going to realize that slowly but surely. Tonight's a chance to go out and have a good time and perform as the last game on this court. Think about it as the state championship game, and we were lucky to host it.
They certainly rode the emotion of the crowd. There was no doubt it was a factor tonight.
Yeah, the students were great. You know, the reason we're closing, the bottom line is the commitment to Catholic education in our area has diminished. But the kids that are here, I love them to death. I teach them every day. I thought I was set. Now I've got, I'm talking about 16 and 17-year-old kids in my class about readjusting. I have to readjust my life. I thought I was here for good. Up, down, win, lose. I mean, I love coming to work. I love teaching so much more than I love coaching at LC. You know, you see me here when you do girls games. I'm here. I'm here for football games, soccer games. I love it. I think that the students were giving something back to Lorain Catholic by their support today. And some of the old fans now can kind of come out today and just get something back. We're closing. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's go out in style.
Let's talk about the basketball game.
Oh,
for
my
just
goodness.
A moment
Holy
or
mackerel.
two. What a performance by your Lorain Catholic team. Brandon Neal, just outstanding. 30 points, and you just dominated from start to finish.
You know, I think Brandon with Brandon, and that was the key right there, start to finish. That's the key, because the first time we played him, you guys didn't cover the game. We got out to a 14-0 lead. They slowly chipped back. We continued to stress attack. And Brandon still don't shoot enough. He still don't shoot enough. I mean, but he decided second half, I'm going to step up. But I want to give credit off the page a little bit. I want to give credit to Brandon's dad, Frank. You know, Frank graduated here in 1985. He was just sitting here a second ago. Frank had some problems in his life. He's the first one to admit it. He's born again. He realized his mistakes. He is a good, caring human being now, and he realizes there's better late than never. Frank has been coming around the last month or so, and I've actually said, hey, Frank, what you're doing and what you're saying and what you're doing, keep on doing it. And I have to give credit to Frank, and I have to also give credit to my assistant coaches. We broke that film down. I mean, we all watched it separately, and we broke it down, and we realized that what Allen had to do to be successful, and we knew we had to do to combat it, but then the kids just did it. Michael Cruz played an unbelievable game. We had him as a rover. We didn't guard 30. He's chasing guys all over the place, Michael Cruz, just chasing guys all over the place. Made everybody's job easy. I can go on and on and on about the guys, but yeah, it starts with Brandon, 30 points. You know, I think he's one of the best players in the county. I think, if not the best player in the county, but that's for here and there, everywhere. We play like that. He plays like that. We can win a few games.
Tell you what, every coach will tell you the opening moments of the second half are critical. You did not give Open Door one blink of an eye of an opportunity to get back in the ball game.
I got a great story for you in the locker room. And as you get older and you coach more, you tend to give more people say, etc. And you're a young guy, you think you know everything in life. So I've really, like I said, given Frank some pull. Andy's been more involved than he's ever been. At halftime, I told Andy, I go, okay, Andy, you're the head coach. When do you want me to call a time? When? You tell me when to call a timeout. We're up 17. He goes, if they cut it to 12. I go, okay, if they cut it to 12, I'm calling timeout. He goes, and I said to Andy, I says, you better be ready to say something smart to him. Then about 2 minutes later, as we're discussing what we're going to do offensive and defensive and the changes in the game, he goes, I'm going to change that to 11 points. I go, it's not easy being a head coach, is it? but we didn't have to worry about that. We came out, boom, boom, boom. And then Andy joked. He said, if they cut it to 25. So luckily he didn't have to have that problem. True story.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. You go tomorrow night over to Columbia, and then you get ready for tournament time. And as you said, if your kids play with the passion and the emotion and the efficiency that they played with tonight, you can do some damage over in Strongsville.
I did one very brief reference. I try not to hammer points to him, but I did one very brief reference about that Open Door last year and Alan's father passing away right before we played them. And I says they had a major, major death in their community and rode that emotion and energy. They were a good team, with or without. Carried them to Columbus. Now, can we do the same thing? I said, yes, no, maybe, whatever. But we've had a death. Let's get together and ride it as far as we can and have as fun as far as we can. And you never know. But kids are kids. You can't expect great things out of them. You expect them to give great effort. And sooner or later, great things will happen.
Gary, any thoughts or comments?
Oh, I got to say, Coach, a great night.
Yes.
Very great night.
I don't want to leave the gym.
I tell you what, I think there's a lot of people that don't want to leave this gym.
Usually Tim and I are always the last ones out, but I don't think we will
I
be
think tonight
tonight.
you're going to get beat by a lot of people on that one.
Boy, no doubt. Matthew, congratulations.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Again, for all your help all years. We appreciate it. And we'll see you down the road somewhere.
So.
All right, Matt Lawhead. Well, by the way, you know that every Friday night we do our After the Buzzer show.
Give me that microphone. Give me that microphone back. Because I'm driving around one time listening about you passing out free dinners to coaches, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Friday night.
I was on the radio. You didn't do the game. Saturday Huron game.
It's only on Friday night, Coach.
Oh, okay.
Relax.
Relax. You're lucky.
Friday night, winning head coaches get dinner for two at
Just
West
tonight.
River. Well, no, not tonight. It can be
Some
any
other
time.
Friday night.
But it's only the Friday night victorious head coaches.
Okay.
All right? So there. Am I on your good side again? See, I feel like I'm talking to an official. Matt Lawhead gets dinner for two at West River Grill on West River Road in Elyria. And our interview with Matt Lawhead, the victorious head coach tonight, was brought to you by IBEW Local 129 and the National Electrical Contractors Association. IBEW Local 129 and the National Electrical Contractors Association supports a drug-free environment in the workplace and in schools. 74-39, Lorain Catholic over Open Door. We still have some ground to cover. We'll take a timeout. We'll have more on the McDonald's postgame show. McDonald's on Lovin' It right after this.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Thank you very much, Terrence Howell, for delivering those scores. So Medina in a nail-biter. Nips Elyria 56-55. Southview, what a year for Brian Corey and that entire Southview community. 80-60 over Maple Heights. So those two teams, Elyria and Southview, now head into the Division I Sectional District Tournament over at Midview High School. Again, tonight here at Lorain Catholic, a memorable night, an emotional night. Certainly a roller coaster as far as emotions were concerned, and Lorain Catholic wins the final game here on their home floor, 74-39 over Open Door. Let's take a look at the final individual scoring numbers for you, and pretty much both coaches got everybody in. For Open Door off the bench, Paul Wasman did not score, nor did Matt Galati or Zach Overs. The only points off the bench, a field goal from Steve Miller for 2. Starting 5, Adam Freeman was scoreless in the contest. Jared Heron, 4 points. That was it. Andrew Berry had 6, all in the third quarter. 2 players in double figures, Justin Payne with 10, and Mike Asbury with 17. Open Door with a total of 39, quarters of 8, 7, 10, and 14. But they basically were out of this one early, and they could never find a way to claw and scratch their way back into it. For Lorain Catholic, everybody played. Off the bench, Nick Garver. Chris Coma did not score. Robert Laurenti was scoreless, as was Kurt Casper. Nathan Riccardi, a couple of free throws for 2 points. Nick Kuhn hit a bank shot 3 at the end for 3 points in the ball game. Anthony Weber with 6 off the LC bench. Starting 5, Billy Waters finished up with 7. Adam Tubbs with an 8-point ball game. Colin Voorhees with 8, only a freshman. Boy, he has a bright future. And 2 Spartans in double figures tonight. 6-foot senior Michael Cruz with 10. And game-high scoring honors went to Brandon Neal. Brandon with 30 points in the ball game, including 18 in the second half when he nailed 4 3-point shots. He also went over 1,000 career points with a late hoop in the second quarter for Lorain Catholic. He was just sensational tonight. LC with a total of 74, quarters of 14, 18, 27 in the third, 25 in, that's 15 in the fourth.
I did the same thing, too, on my sheet.
A little off there. 15 in the fourth. But again, LC wins it 74-39. We'll take a timeout on the McDonald's postgame show as part of the Colson and Colson cage matchup. When we come back from Lorain Catholic, we'll get some final stats from Gary Pelter.
Sleep, my love, and peace will send thee all through the night. Guardian angels will attend thee all through the night.
Well, Gary Pelter, you mentioned earlier that you and I have been involved in a lot of memorable events and historic ball games here on AM930 WEOL and in our broadcasting careers in Lorain County. And I'll tell you what, I've never had this before. This is very touching to me. The boys at Lorain Catholic, the basketball players, cut the nets to our right.
Correct.
And all the girls basketball players and head coach Angie Chet cut the nets to our left, the basket to our left. And they actually came up and presented me a piece of the net here at Lorain Catholic, the final piece of the net to our left, just to thank me for supporting Lorain Catholic and broadcasting their games over the years. And I'll tell you what, it looks like just a little piece of twine. I'll treasure this. This is really neat. So my thank you to the folks at LC and the basketball programs, both boys and girls. I really will treasure this.
Very, very good gesture there.
Man, that's very touching. Final numbers from the stat sheet?
Well, let's quickly take a look at the statistics in the third quarter of play for the Spartans. They were 11 of 15 for 73% when they scored those 27 points. 2 of 3 from three-point range. In the fourth and final quarter, they were 5 of 12 for 42%. They were 3 of 5 from three-point range. They finished the evening 29 of 50 for 58% from the field, 7 of 14 from three-point range for 50% from the free throw line. The Spartans were 3 of 4 in the third quarter of play, 2 of 2 in the fourth quarter of play, 9 of 10 overall on the evening for 90% from the charity stripe. Looking at their shooting statistics for the Patriots from Open Door Christian Academy in the third quarter play, 5 of 11 for 45%. Fourth quarter, 5 of 8 for 63%. They finished the night 15 of 33, 45% from the field, 3 of 8 from three-point range. Looking at their free throw shooting, they finished the night 6 of 15 from the charity stripe for 40%. Lorain Catholic turned the ball over 7 times unofficially, and Open Door turned the ball over 18 times throughout the course of the evening. A lot of Lorain Catholic pressure, forcing a lot of turnovers by the Patriots, and they got a lot of baskets off of those turnovers as well this evening, too.
Boy, Open Door just never solved that LC press. It was suffocating all night long, and just a great effort by LC tonight in all aspects of the game. I mean, not only was this an emotional night here at the high school itself, but the team came out and responded very well. An outstanding performance. Again, LC and Open Door shared the North Shore Conference Championship, each with records of 5-1. Lorain Catholic now 12-7 overall. One more regular season game tomorrow night at Columbia. You'll hear it here on WEOL. Open Door concludes the regular season with a record of 11-9. They now go into tournament time Wednesday against Dalton. Well, Gary, the only item of business we have left to take care of is to hand out our awards tonight on the McDonald's postgame show. So let us start with the McDonald's Award, the Extra Value Award presented by the McDonald's of Lorain County. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Well, when you look at Lorain Catholic tonight, One of the guys that Matt Lawhead was absolutely adamant about mentioning during our McDonald's postgame show conversation was Michael Cruz, the 6-foot senior. He had 10 points in the ball game, 2 threes in the second quarter, but his defensive work, just chasing guys all over the floor, was outstanding. And when the coach comes on and takes the time to talk about your efforts defensively and your hustle, then I think we have no choice but to award that young man our McDonald's Extra Value Award.
Yes, he definitely deserves that this evening. Timmy made some nice passes, too.
Yes, he did.
Got several nice assists. His ball handling ability and being able to drive it down into the lane got some guys open down on the blocks, and he was able to hit them for some easy baskets.
So congratulations to Michael Cruz of Lorain Catholic High School. He is tonight's McDonald's Extra Value Award winner. And it's also time to announce our Northern Star, the brightest star on the floor tonight. The Northern Star brought to you by Northern Savings, bankers, neighbors, friends, Northern Savings, an equal housing lender. And I don't think there is much doubt about this one. Just a scintillating performance tonight from Brandon Neal for Lorain Catholic High School. 6'3" senior with a bucket late in the second quarter, went over the 1,000 career point mark in his spectacular career at Lorain Catholic, and then just lit it up in the second half for 18, including 4 3-pointers to finish up the night with a game-high 30. He was just outstanding.
No doubt about it, Tim. But like you said, those 4 3-pointers, they went down almost effortlessly in that second half of play. And Brandon Neal with a great ball game. You said the brightest star out on the floor, but there was a lot of stars shining brightly out here tonight. And there was a very, very lit up gym down here at Lorain Catholic.
Well, no doubt about that. Congratulations, Brandon Neal of Lorain Catholic. He is tonight's Northern Star. And each one of our award winners, Michael Cruz of Lorain Catholic, Brandon Neal of the Spartans, will receive the WEOL t-shirt. We'll take their award and emblazon it on the back. We'll take some red thread and we'll sew in their name and the date of tonight's ball game. Boy, do you think that shirt will be tucked away somewhere very safely for the rest of their lives, the final home game here at Lorain Catholic, and they'll get the t-shirts to commemorate that. And of course, each one of those t-shirts, Gary Pelter, is a Boxcorn production, a symbiotic partnership. All righty. Well, that pretty much does it here from Lorain Catholic High School. What a memorable night, an emotional night, and certainly one that we will never forget here on AM 930 WEOL. And again, before we sign off, let us tip our cap to Alan Januzzi and the entire staff at Open Door who allowed this game to be played here tonight. It was on the schedule for the former Elyria West High School. How ironic is that? Another school that has closed here in Lorain County. And Alan Januzzi said, nope, the folks at Lorain Catholic and that community deserve to have one final opportunity to have a game in their home gym. And he, along with Principal Darrell Dunkel and Athletic Director Lori Miller, moved this game tonight to Lorain Catholic. You cannot say enough about what a incredible gesture that is by the Open Door people.
That was a great gesture for them to do that and allow Lorain Catholic and their community and their fans and the people here to come out one more time and see a ball game in this gymnasium.
And as you said, we aren't the last ones out of here tonight. There are a lot of folks that are savoring this final night in this gym.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. And that I know you share a lot of memories, too, and I do. And, wow, like I said, I remember when they broke ground asking my dad what they were doing across the street over there, because this was just all woods and trees. And he says, well, they're building a school there.
Really?
And we moved, of course, down around the corner over there, and I grew up right around the corner from here. Of course, going to Admiral King, but a lot of the neighbors, a lot of the kids around went to Lorain Catholic, and I remember Sunday afternoons, we'd hop the fence and go over and play on the field till they chased us off. Play a little touch football over there.
Oh, my, the memories. And again, that's what will remain. That's the legacy of Lorain Catholic High School. The memories of all the great games, the great teachers, the great administrators, the great players right on down the line. They can never, never take that away. And certainly for the young men who participated in this ball game tonight on both sides, they will remember it for the rest of their lives. Gary Pelter, thanks to you. Another memorable night with me and you, buddy.
We have memorable nights all the time.
Some on the air, some not. And, of course, the biggest thanks goes to you, the listeners. Hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully You'll get a tape of it and treasure it for a long time to come. LC over Open Door, 74-39. And again, a reminder, if you enjoyed it tonight on the radio, you can watch it on television. WLCS TV20, Lorain City Schools Television, Monday at 3:30 and 8 o'clock. And then again, GLW Broadband, Cable TV 12 in Firelands, Grafton, LaGrange, and Wellington will air the game on Tuesday, March 2nd at 8 p.m. But for now, the WEOL Colson and Colson Cleveland Clinic cage matchup from Lorain Catholic High School has been brought to you by Colson and Colson Cleveland Clinic Sports Health on Cooper Foster Park Road in Lorain, the nationwide insurance agents of Lorain County, IBEW Local 129 and the National Electrical Contractors Association, Northern Savings, offices in Elyria, North Ridgeville, Amherst, and Grafton, the McDonald's restaurants of Lorain County, your Lorain County State Farm insurance agents. Tonight's game, the final game at Lorain Catholic High School, pitting the Spartans against the Open Door Patriots, was also presented by Liberty Dodge, Chrysler Jeep and Vermilion, part of the Liberty Auto Group, Alan Januzzi, CPA, Argeni Auto Body on Elyria Avenue in Lorain, First Federal Savings of Lorain, FDIC insured and equal housing lender, Al Januzzi Footwear on Northridge Road next to the center of Sheffield, Wiener Construction, America's best built hot dog on Abbey Road across from the college in Elyria, Joe Ferment Chevrolet on Route 57, 2 miles north of I-90, Route 2 in Lorain, and by Michael Tully, attorney at law, a proud 1972 graduate of Lorain Catholic High School. For Gary Pelter, Kevin Mayer, I'm Tim Elkhorn. For the final time from Lorain Catholic High School, we once again thank you very much for listening, and so long, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.
Looking for that special gift for someone who remembers Lorain in the 50s? Maybe that someone is you or someone you know. Well, look no more. Lorain and Industrial Empire, 1953, the video. Can be yours for only $25. Order now and receive a second program. Your Lorain County Sheriff, 1960, free. See Lorain in all its glory. Look for people you know. Watch Sheriff Vernon Smith and his deputies shoot it out with a gang of armed robbers. Return to Lorain 50 years ago. The Lorain you grew up in. Bring back these wonderful memories for the low price of only $25. Call or email now. 233-2204 or jsmith@lorainschools.org.